The people that have the most to worry is the Europeans living in Canada. They're the ones that are being targeted. Their Catholic Christian religion is under fire, under attack. Um, if I was, go back to, we're thinking of going back to Europe. Everyone's thinking that I know. I go to my high school pages, and a majority of the people that went to my high school, like 50%, all went back to Europe. A lot of them went back to Italy, Portugal, um, Poland. A lot of Polish people went back to Poland, right? Um, for us, the highest or the biggest threat or the biggest people that are under attack in Canada is the European expansion. The European expansion came and built all of Canada, built the railways, built the highways, built all the stadiums, built all the the movie theaters and everything, condos and everything. And basically, after 1993, they were shown the door, and then the decline happened, major decline, right? So all I'm saying to you guys is that you might want to consider going back to Europe. Go back to Portugal. Go back to Spain. Go back to Italy. Go back. I'm looking at real estate in Portugal, in the middle, like countryside Portugal, in the country. I'm finding houses there for 40,000, 60,000 euros, 4 or 5 bedroom homes. So if you're a Portuguese and you're in Canada and you're getting fed up, just go back to Portugal, man. It's really not as bad as it was in the 60s and 70s when we were being sanctioned. The IMF was sanctioning Portugal really hard because of their colonies. No, it was overseas territories or overseas provinces that Portugal had, not colonies. The French had colonies. Portuguese had overseas provinces. So just go back to Portugal. We're thinking about it. Everybody, I'm talking to from my high school, they're all went back to Europe. They're all going back to Europe. Canada, it just hasn't worked out. The Europeans came here to build. The Europeans came here to build. Then they're out. Get out. We don't need you here. Right? If it was the Indians from India to come and build this country first, there would be no country. There would be no highways. There'd be nothing. So they needed the Europeans. They used them. And then now, just go back to Portugal. Go back to Italy. Go back. Just go back to your countries. Everyone go back to your countries. Better off. And someone says, no, Ireland is insane, Mike. I know that. I know Ireland's. We've been covering Ireland for the last 8 years. We made a whole video series called Ireland is Dying back in 2018. Let me tell you about Ireland. You go back to Ireland, you go lock, stock, and smoke and barrel. You go there and fight for your country. You have something to fight for. You go back to Ireland. Ireland's crumbling. You go back to fight. You go back to take your country. You go back to get into parliament. You go back to get into understanding the social structure there and figuring out who is bad and what's bad. And go back there to fight for your country. You go back to Ireland to fight. That's what you do. So Ireland could be falling, but it's your country. Canada, it's not our country. Canada, we don't even own our property in Canada. Right? We keep bringing up the stuff for you guys over and over. Oh, you don't own your property in Canada. You're leasing it. You don't own anything in Canada. So what are you fighting for here? Especially if you're the one if you are the one being targeted. If you're the one being targeted, and see what's happening in Richmond, BC, if you're the one being targeted, then why? So what's the point, right?